What's up? Welcome to another episode of Cool Creators. Today I'm joined by Jesse Graham, who is a Toronto tattoo artist and the owner of Black Cloud Tattoos, which is a great studio in Leslieville here in the city. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about his process, about how he got to where he is, and take a little peek inside what it's like to be a tattoo artist. Are you ready?
For sure.
Cool. Did you study art in university?
Yes, actually. It actually started when I was like 12 and I figured out I wanted to be a Disney animator. And then in my grade 12th year, and you had to figure out where you wanted to go university-wise, they actually fired 112 classical animators from Disney like that year because they were making way for Pixar and Toy Story and all that kind of stuff. That's really popular now, of course. So I had to kind of, re-juggle my thoughts and think about it, and I ended up at OCAD for illustration, and that's when I realized that I love drawing things only once and not, multiple 24 frames per second like animation. And that's, when I found a love for illustration and design. I worked in illustration for a little bit, for editorial illustration, and then found tattooing. There is a social aspect with tattooing, and there's such a social aspect with designing for somebody else that you can't get when you're kind of locked in your own basement and doing your own paintings. And that's a great balance that tattooing has brought to my life, right? To meet people and to, of course, make them happy through my art, which is more rewarding than any tip or anything that anyone could give you.
I mean, I guess as a tattoo artist, you must meet people with like really crazy stories all the time.
Yes, yeah, you definitely do. Yeah. Some I can't even repeat, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm sure some of it is just like locked in the vault of Jesse.
Definitely.
But what is like one of your favorite stories, or maybe even just one that like you find is like really interesting of a tattoo you had to make?
She was a long time ago, but I tattooed her kind of, like her turkey arm that she called it, right? And
turkey arm.
Like the turkey arm. And she said that was like her worst, most hated part of her body kind of thing, right? And I'm sure we all have that part of our body. But after the tattoo was done, she started crying and she was really, really happy, and then she even booked a session for her other side for another tree. And she said I kind of changed her world, right? And I didn't realize how much power tattooing or like the artwork could have over somebody. Whereas it's almost like cosmetic surgery to some degree. And now it's her favorite part of her body, and she loves like showing it off and all that.
That's so cute.
Yes, and that's, I really hit home for me.
Every industry, like every job that you do, has a shit sandwich. So it's like if you're a fine art painter, you're stuck by yourself for hundreds of hours.
Right.
If you're someone in social work, you often have to take on other people's problems. So every industry has that, and what you choose to do with your life, like your passion, is you choose a shit sandwich that you like, where it's like even the shitty parts, you're like, yeah, I can deal with that. So what would you say is the shit sandwich in tattooing, and how do you cope with it, and how do you, balance yourself?
Hey, I'm at the club, can I see my drawing on a Friday night? And you're here on a Friday night and you're drawing, and your social life definitely takes the axe for sure, right? But again, it's all for the love of it, and it kind of, well, for me at least, it just is. I'm not really telling myself I should do this to balance that with that, and like this is how I cope with it. I need to do it. Like I kind of need to do it. I need to draw. I need to always design things. I need to draw a skull like once a week, or I kind of go stir crazy.
What does like the skull like mean to you? Like why is it so important to you to sort of bring that theme back?
Well, skulls to me are as much life as they are death. And I've always said that we have a beautiful skull behind our ugly faces. Because essentially that's it to me. Like we're all the same. We're all the same, and we're all going to unfortunately pass one day. And I'm just trying to always remember that and keep my feet on the ground. And by drawing skulls, it's more of a humbling kind of like coming down experience, right? We're just trying to give thanks to everything I have and to everything that we've created here at Black Cloud. So that's kind of it. Oh, you're good.
Yeah, just keep watching, and I hope you enjoy it. I just said that. Okay.
We're shooting the shit. I don't know if I can say that, but
You can say that. Yeah.